on digital radio, on the app, on your smartphone, on X, YouTube, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Football in general.
The update presented by the Sportscast.
Happy Friday. Welcome to the Sportscast. January 17th, 2025. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Apple Podcasts. You can also listen to us on your smart speaker. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. We're also on online digital radio. You can listen to us on the sportscast.net, our website. And also follow us on X at the Sportscast1 and check out our app, the Sportscast for iOS. It is that time. Probably the best NFL weekend. Everyone says it's the NFL Divisional Playoffs. And joining us all the way from Northern California, Sherrod. Welcome back to the Sportscast.
Hello, Santiago. What's going on, Sportscast fans? I am excited to be here. It's divisional time. I'm excited.
How are things in California this past week?
How's it been in California? Still fighting those fires down below in Southern Cal. And once again, my prayers and my heart, my condolences to all the people that are suffering from this horrific fire. But man, I'm up here. No fires up here, man. I've been praying. I got on the phone with my mom. We was praying like, please don't no more out up here.
It's pretty safe. Anyways, let's get to the top headlines this morning. The NFL announced the Dolphins have been designated team for the 2025 Madrid game. Ray, are you a fan of the expansion from London, Germany, now Spain?
You know what, man? I'm not even gonna. Hey, football is international, and you know what? I just like soccer, just like football, being around the world. The NFL should be shared around the world as well. And I think it's great. Spain is beautiful. Madrid is beautiful. I can't wait. Can't wait to see Tua get a concussion in Madrid. Let's go.
Well, the opponent has not been announced who they play against the Dolphins, but that's a good spot. They play at the Santiago de Bernabeu in Madrid, one of the best stadiums in the world. So I'm really expecting that, which they might host the 2013 World Cup final. Did you know who else is in Europe? Do you know former Raiders coach Jack Del Rio?
Yes,
hired by the Musketeers. I didn't know they had a link over there.
Yeah. Oh, dude. See, they have Europe football is huge, folks. Like I said, it is growing and growing. And shout out to Jack Del Rio, man. You know, he's one of those great defensive coaches. I loved him when he was coaching Jacksonville. Unfortunately, he didn't, he's been fired, rehired, fired. But to get an opportunity in Europe, I'm happy for him. Also in a beautiful country. So, yeah.
Paris and the Musketeers, what a name. Was Del Rio a Raiders legend?
I won't say he's a legend because he didn't win nothing with him. But I will say he was a very popular when he was coaching. He was real popular. But I'm gonna say, I liked him when he was coaching like Fred Taylor and all those guys in the Jags. When he was a Jag, he was awesome.
Yeah, a good coach. Glad there's some opportunity overseas. If it's not the XFL or the UFL, you can always go to the European Football League, which is what it's called. This past week, a lot of things happened since we last saw each other. Ray, Cowboys parted ways with McCarthy. Jones gave a call to Dion on Monday night, and this whole Cowboy position is open still. But what are your thoughts over this whole fiasco?
You better get on the phone and call Deion Sanders. You better get Deion Sanders over there. Deion Sanders. That's who he needs. Better get on the phone and call him.
Do you think two beat egos can be together like that?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. There's a long time ago, there was a Pepsi Cola commercial back in the 90s, and it was Jerry Jones calling primetime to tell him to come over and join the Cowboys. Just won the Super Bowl with the Niners. He went over there to Dallas, and guess what, guys? They won the Super Bowl. All right, this man, not only was he talented playing baseball and football back in the days, but as you can see, he is a good coach. He's coached in the Negro college leagues. He's coached Colorado, and I guarantee you, just wait and see what he does in the NFL. I think he's going to be great. And he ain't going to be no yes man. And Jerry Jones, guess what? You need somebody that you need two egos, to go at it. But you know what? That's who he needs. I'm just saying, that's who he needs.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Who's also interviewing for the Cowboys position, well-known Robert Saleh. Your thoughts on that? Would that be a good spot for him?
No.
Why not?
I think the same thing is going to happen to him when he was coaching the Jets is probably going to happen in Dallas because the fans not going to relate to him, man. He's not like, I don't know. I don't think I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great defense coach. I would love for him to come back and be a defensive coach for the Niners. Come back because we can sure use him. But like I said, when you're working with Jerry, man, you got to be a yes man. And I can tell you right now, he ain't no yes man either. You know, he don't want to be a Jerry's puppet. He don't want to be a Jerry's puppet.
How about a young coordinator named Helen Moore, who's now with the Eagles? Do you think he'll be a good spot for the Cowboys?
You know what? These young guys, these defense look
Bucks.
If you look over there and what is it? The Rams. You know, look who's coaching the Rams. Look who's coaching. These guys are good. They're smart. These young guys. So yeah, give them a chance.
Niners coaching tree. You like to give credit to them, don't they? Don't you?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You're bitter.
Just saying.
You know who was the one coach that Jerry Jones got rid of in the middle of the season, and also coached for the Rams?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
older gentleman.
Yeah,
this guy Wade
Phillips. Yeah,
right in the middle of the season. Only coach that Jerry Jones ever got rid of in the middle of the season. He's always got rid of them after the season.
Wade Phillips, another good coach though, man. But like I said, you got to be in the right system. You got to have the right owners and the right management.
Things have to line up perfectly.
It's got to line up. Hello, Detroit.
There you go.
Ravens, even Washington. I'll give it. Look at the Washington's coach doing a great job. He should be the coach of the year,
Mr. Dan Quinn. Which he could have been
coach of the year. He should be the coach. Should be coach of the year.
There you have it. Which we'll find out if they're able to beat Detroit a little bit later in the show. Ravens claimed Deontay Johnson ineligible to play in the postseason, but I think it's a power move. What are your thoughts about this gentleman that could not play much or you could get much snaps in the Houston game last weekend?
Nah, dude. You know, like I said, if you guys watched the last show, I said Bateman was going to be the guy that catch a touchdown, and he did too. And then Flowers is questionable, and they're trying to he didn't practice, but I know they want him back on the field. But dude, like I said, they got Likely, they got Andrews. They have weapons. I told you guys Justice Hill would get a touchdown, and he did because he could be a running back and he could be, a receiver as well. So they got weapons. Johnson, hey, more the merrier, but hey, whatever.
We'll see what happens. I'm really curious how many yardage that Derrick Henry would get and how many reps. How many snaps. So we'll see what happens. I'm really curious now with Zay Flowers out of the picture. Mike McCarthy to the Bears. Would that be a good spot for McCarthy?
McCarthy is. I'm not gonna say he's a bad coach. He's won games with the Cowboys. He's won games with the Packers. So he is. He's a good coach. He's just under Jerry, And so I think this would be good because Caleb Williams. I don't want him to be another Justin Fields. So
it's forming like that right now.
It is. They get these young quarterbacks, man, and then they just toss them away. And you saw what Justin Fields did. He played good until Russell came along. So I think, I can see him doing that. I can see him working out in the Bears.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in Chicago. Pete Carroll's interviewing for that job already.
Pete Carroll's old. He's come on, man. Like, look, dude. I mean, let me stop. He like Pete. Come on, dude. What are you, like 80-something years old? Good Lord. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know
74 to be exact. So he has not put in his retirement papers yet. But anyways, go ahead.
Respect your elders. I'm just joking. Pete Carroll is a great management. I mean, he did great with the Seahawks, being a coach, being a general manager. He knows what he's doing. So, hey, age is nothing but a number. I'm just joking, but we shall see.
We shall see. There you have it. Top headlines. Anything from the Niners? They were quiet this past week, I think.
They're going to be just like me, sitting my butt on the couch watching the divisional playoffs. That's what we're doing. We'll
see what happens with Debo. Brock, no word from his contract, but it should be coming up before March, obviously.
60 million.
60 million. No, I think 57. I put 57, 58.
I'm going to say 60, and I'm going to tell you, you're setting the other young guys, great quarterbacks like, Knicks, when they have to sign Knicks, when they have to sign Daniels of Washington, these guys are going to make some money because as you push that bar up, these guys are going to down the road. They're going to make money.
They are. Those guys are pretty excited. They can't wait for their contract renewals in a couple of years, but enjoy these rookie quarterback. Anyways, we're going to preview the playoffs, but before we got a word from our sponsors. Are you ready to accelerate your wealth and secure your family's legacy? Introducing VictorRocho.com, your cash acceleration insurance expert. At VictorRocho.com, we bring accountability to wealth creation inspired by Proverbs 13:22. Your family's financial future matters to us. Experience the power of debt-free life, our innovative insurance solution that not only protects but builds cash value over time. As your cash value grows, say goodbye to debt incrementally and watch your savings soar for a worry-free retirement, all without spending any extra money. With debt-free life, you're not just securing your future, you are creating a lasting legacy for your family, achieving financial freedom and retiring with tax-favored income. Visit VictorRocho.com for more information. That's VictorRocho.com, where accountability meets prosperity. Your greatest asset is you. There you have it. You can visit VictorRocho.com for your future retirement planning. And had one heck of a show. Could not talk much about the Giants. Off-season moves, getting rid of coordinators. Anyways, Ray, are you ready to predict?
Man, I'm pumped. It's divisional playoff time.
This is the best weekend of the whole NFL. This is the most exciting. I hope there's no blowouts, but this happened a couple weeks ago. It was a blowout. The Texans defense sacked quarterback Patrick Mahomes only once in a week, only one time in Week 16 loss. Even though Houston was tied for fourth in sacks this season, this week the pass rush must come alive to give the Texans a chance for the upset. Ray, the Chiefs have rested for almost 2.5 weeks, actually maybe 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. They're rested. They're healed up. They're playing in Kansas City. Who do you have? Houston Texans at number one.
Guess what, folks? Your boy Joe Mixon is questionable. He's hurt, folks. And I'm going to tell you something. Joe Mixon is that engine for the Texans. Looks like it's going to be like C.J. Stroud, probably going to have to do a lot of running. Guys are going to have to step it up if there's no Joe Mixon. But I see a lot of C.J. Stroud. I see a lot of Nico Collins. They're gonna be great. But dude, at the end of the day, it's the Chiefs. Chiefs are going for the 3-peat, and look, they're playing in Arrowhead, dude. Loud stadium. Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, Taylor Swift. I'm going with the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
But you're a huge DeMeco Ryans fan.
Hey, I'm also a realist, dude. The Chiefs win. This is what they do, and it's also in the script. It's in the NFL script too. So, Chiefs.
There you have it, Chiefs. I got the Chiefs as well. This is the game that Aaron wants to know your prediction. If Washington wants to beat top-seeded Detroit, it must continue to have success on keys down offensively to keep the Lions' offense on the sidelines. The good news for the Commanders, Ray, is rookie Jaden Daniels has the NFL's best QBR on 3rd and 4th downs and 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Lions had a 2-week off, but they got David Montgomery back. He went to 400 doctors, and they cleared him from an MCL injury. Lions are destined to win, they say. The Commanders, first rookie in a while to win a playoff game, I was hearing. And they beat Tampa. Who do you have? The number 6 Commanders at the Detroit Lions.
All right, man. First of all, look, shout out to the Commanders for beating the Bucks. I mean, Gonzalez was kicking and kicking and kicking. Kicked it in the last second. They won. All right? I'm sorry, but the Commanders just ain't playing anybody. They've been playing horrible teams. And I'm
Is
sorry.
Tampa Bay horrible?
What's that?
Is Tampa Bay horrible?
They got in by what? By a kick. I'm sorry.
Doink.
But I will look. Hey, respect. Daniels is going to be rookie of the year. The coach should be coach of the year. The Commanders has done a great job. But come on, man. Detroit Lions is on a whole nother level. They got more weapons. They got their running backs. The tandem guy. These guys, any running back is going to tear it up. They've got an awesome tight end. They've got awesome receivers. They've got a great quarterback. Detroit Lions in Detroit. This is their time. Their time.
And Ben Johnson interviewing while preparing for this game. Shouldn't be no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4 Rams beat the Vikings in Arizona. Now they're going up against the Eagles, who beat the Packers a week ago. The Rams defense gave up 314 rushing yards to the Eagles in Week 12. They did play against each other, including 255 to running back Saquon Barkley, key player for the Eagles, something that has stuck with the unit. The Eagles led all the teams in wild card round, 4 takeaways in their stifling 22-10 win over the Packers, a injured Packers. Philadelphia ranked 30th in turnover margin. That's pretty good. Sad to know, Ray, the Rams had 8 different players with at least half a sack in the wild card win over the Vikings, which is the most by any team in the playoff game since individual sacks became official in 1982. The Rams had a better momentum coming out of wild card. Eagles kind of did. Your NFC West team, Rams, at the Eagles.
Eagles, man, come on, fly, Eagles, fly. Hey, you know what? The Rams, they got Puka, Cup. These guys wasn't here in the beginning. The Rams didn't look that great. They got their receivers back. They look great. They're doing a great job. They made it to the playoffs. They got Kyren Williams, who's awesome running back. But the Eagles have Barkley. The Eagles got A.J. Brown. The Eagles got Devontae Freeman. The Eagles have Goddard, whatever, the tight end. They just Eagles.
Fly?
Eagles
fly in Philadelphia, America's first capital. I think Rams. I think if one game had to be an upset, it would be this game. And the Rams.
You know what? I'll give you that, but Barkley, man, he's been running. Come on, man, 2005 rushing yards. This guy, I'm telling you, he wants it bad, and I think he's going to run all over the Rams.
He's gonna run over the Rams. Can the Rams stop it? We'll find out. They don't. Anyways, let's go out to the game of the weekend, game of the week, according to me in the NFL. I'm not sure if Ray agrees with it.
I agree.
With the cold and the win in Buffalo, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen might have to rely on their legs, and they're the best at doing it. That at this point in the season, Allen has the most rushing yards by a quarterback in NFL postseason history at 609. Jackson ranked second, 602. But it can be difficult to run against the Ravens defense, which has given up 239 rushing yards to quarterbacks this season, and the Bills, who have given up 306 rushing yards to the quarterbacks. Story to watch. Can the Bills get out of the divisional round for the first time since 2020? And Derrick Henry will be the key for the Ravens. The Bills will have to put up a better performance than they did on Week 4 loss at Baltimore. Ravens did beat the Bills in Week 4 pretty bad. Who do you have? Ravens at the Bills.
You know what, Bills? You remember a guy called Jim Kelly? Jim Kelly had a awesome Bills team, and they would get in the playoffs, and they would get in the Super Bowls, and they played great. They were a great team. This is their version of that team, man. The Bills. Josh Allen's great. Cook is great. But dude, let me tell you something. The Ravens, you're not stopping Lamar Jackson. You're not stopping King Henry. You're not stopping Likely. Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman is playing great. Who knows? Zay Flowers just might show up. Ravens, this is their time. They got to beat the Bills, and they're going to beat the Bills.
How much does the Ravens need the Flowers? Is it a huge need?
No. Because you know what? They don't have to, dude. Lamar Jackson is swinging that ball everywhere, dude, and you don't need a Zay Flowers. You got Justin Hills. You got veteran Mark Andrews. And Likely. But the thing about it is their feet. If you get Lamar Jackson running, you get Henry running. Did you see what Henry did last play? He ran all over the other team. This is I'm just sorry. And the Bills.
It was versus the Steelers, though.
Huh?
It was versus the Steelers.
Yeah, it wasn't Steelers. But hey,
was it a pass rush?
Henry can run though. Henry can run. Lamar Jackson should be up there for MVPs. Hell, even Henry. I mean, I'm not saying that he was going to win MVP, but he should be talked about because this man has been running his butt off all season. But I got Ravens. This is their time. Ravens. Sorry, Bill.
Time. And this segues to my question: who needs the ring more, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen?
Lamar.
Why?
Who's had more MVP titles?
Lamar. Yeah.
Okay.
And with two, you have to have a Super Bowl with that.
You gotta get a Super Bowl because everybody like MVP. Gotta get a ring, man. Gotta get a ring. Gotta get it. Ravens gotta do this, man. King Henry needs that ring.
He does. And a king without a ring is not a king.
Exactly.
Okay. Before we close the show, we got a word from another sponsor. In the rhythm of life, every tick of the clock holds a story. But how do we make every moment count? Meet Start Time, the simplest way to log, track, and optimize your time right at your fingertips. Start Time is designed for simplicity. With just a tap, begin logging any activity. And when you're done, hit stop. It's that easy. Wherever you are, Start Time knows. Our location detection feature automatically tags your logs, giving context to every second spent. Keep your day in perspective with a log tab. Every task, every moment, neatly organized and easy to review. Log, track, and optimize your time with a tap. Ready to make every moment count? Start with Start Time. Available now for iOS. Start Time again, the iOS App Store. So out of these games, Ray, Texans, Chiefs, Commanders, Lions, Rams, Eagles, Ravens, and Bills, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Got to be the Ravens and the Bills. Ravens and the Bills.
What's your number two?
Rams and Eagles.
Okay. Aaron's listening. What's number three?
Has to be Lions and Commanders. I want to see the Lions destroy the Commanders. I want Vet's heart ripped out. I want every person in DC crying. There you go.
By the way, how would you rate the Commanders season? They made the playoffs. They won a playoff game.
They didn't play who did they play?
Daniels? Yeah, I don't know.
if you run down and you look who the Commanders played, and I get it, the schedule they play, you got to play whoever's in front of you.
Yeah.
But they didn't, Carolina Panthers, come on, Titans, come on. They didn't play anybody. Did they beat the Buccaneers? Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
That's the only big team they've.
And they did. They got it. Hey,
One.
but honestly, the kicker, Gonzalez's foot was on fire. All right. What did he do? What, 4 field goals? Come on.
That's incredible. Field goal kicker definitely came in mind.
Yeah.
The Texans and Chiefs, you think that'll be a blowout game?
No, that's gonna be the Chiefs. They love to play it close. And I can see CJ Stroud, he gets a little nervous sometimes in big games and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, if Joe Mixon is not in this, you mean the whiners? Whatever.
I've not ever seen that. The San Francisco Whiners.
Hey, that's all right though. You tell me how many championships your team got, all right, compared to my team.
I don't remember.
But shout out to Young Native Tino 64. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think Texans, if there's no Joe Mixon, they ain't gonna win. They're not gonna win. If he's not 100%, they're not gonna win.
Interesting. We'll find out this weekend. First game is at 4:30 tomorrow on Saturday. Then Commanders and Detroit later on that night. So it should be a great Saturday. But Sunday, I think it's where it's at. I think the Rams are going to shock. Ray does not think, but it's possible. Also on Monday, national championship in Atlanta, Notre Dame versus Ohio State, a coveted game. Notre Dame has the momentum. Ohio State has the history. Ray, who do you have for that game?
Ooh, I guess I'm gonna have to go with the Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes. We'll see what happens. I got Notre Dame. That young coach is actually was getting some interest from NFL teams.
I'll give you that. They do own Debo. That's why he ain't gonna be playing with us next year, dude. We getting ready to get Debo out of here.
He's referring to Young Native Tino 64 says Chiefs own Debo. Sorry, bud.
I can't say nothing. They beat us. They beat us in the championship. So that is true. Because Debo, man, when it's game time, Debo don't show up. He gets hurt. So yeah, that's true.
I can see Debo going to KC.
Nah, dude. Debo don't know. Nah.
Well, there you have it. NFL Divisional Playoffs, most exciting weekend. You cannot miss it for the world. Ray, what is the best way to reach you online to ask you, hey, where's the best place to get wings in the Bay Area?
Oh man, all kinds of places, man. I love going to Hooters though, but that's a whole nother story. But look, guys, I am Ray Sherrod, Ray3473, the gaming cyborg. I stream on Twitch TV, I stream on YouTube, but you can go to Ray3473 on X.com and also on Threads, and I'm always posting what I'm doing. And thank you, Sportscast. Thank you, Santiago. Thank you, Young Native, Tino 64. Thank you, Vet. Thank you, SPG, Rue, all you guys in the chat. Pika, Reaver, thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I see Young Native Tino 64 on the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I can look at he's got that heel. That's a throwback because Hill's in Miami now.
Which he doesn't want to be there, but his agent says otherwise.
Hill, your best days, man, was when you was with Kansas City. Come on now.
Yeah, and like you said, once you hit 30 for any position, you're gonna notice some differences, right?
Yeah. I mean,
slow down a bit.
Look at Debo. Debo, they used him as a running back, and he got injured. He is no longer a number one receiver. I won't even put him as a number 2, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's not a no. He's like seriously. I'm just keeping it real. Gotta keep
hold on, those wash-ups go to Kansas City for some reason.
Gotta keep it real. So
tell that to Randy Moss, says Aaron, when he was with Brady New England. Ooh. And I think Coach Bill O'Brien says he was the most smartest player he's ever met.
Yeah, you know what? And I agree. Because usually that's what Seahawks does, man. They get our sloppy seconds. That's what the Seahawks do. They love our sloppy seconds. So yeah.
All right, you can reach us at sportscast.net or the Sportscast One. We're always debating about football, about seconds, about the NFC West, the NFC East last night, the Pittsburgh Steelers. What's going to
Still
happen with
faithful.
Mike Tomlin? I mean, right? Do you think Tomlin should come back?
Yes.
Okay, legendary coach. I think they'll probably let him go on his own terms.
That man is legendary. He is a Steeler. He's Bill. He's like Bill Cowher. He's a true Steeler coach, and he belongs there.
Well, Aaron agrees. Anyways, Ray, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Soak it in as much as you can.
I got the popcorn, pizza. I got my wife. She went to Costco, loaded up the
Costco's
fridge.
involved.
She went to Costco. She got the freezers loaded up. Man, I'm gonna have my trays. I'm gonna have my food. I am ready to go.
You got your seat ready. You got your recliner.
Yes.
Okay, there you have it with speakers and everything. Ray, thanks for coming on to the Sportscast. And this was your